welcome you to the NBA 2K26 Summer League here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Knicks fans making their way inside Thomas and Mack, getting ready for day 8 of action. It's the Indiana Pacers taking on the New York Knicks. Oh, that's right. We got a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals, and this is what everybody is playing for. If you stay undefeated, you will get this ring. As we take a look at the standings now, to go into the playoffs, the top 4 teams will make it. If we have more than 4 teams that are undefeated, it'll be the point differential, which will be the separator here to make the playoffs. What is up, everybody? Welcome courtside alongside my guy, Sean Farnham. I'm John Schriffen. I'm hyped. Not only is this my first game here of the summer, we get it started with a banger. We got the Knicks and the Pacers. It doesn't matter what they're playing for. It could be rock, paper, scissors. It could be horse. When they get it going, you know it's going to be competitive.
I'm just glad we were able to get you during All-Star break away from the White Sox to be here with us in Las Vegas. Listen, this is a big game because of what this means for these two organizations. And talking to the coaches beforehand, they said, I'm talking about the rivalry before we go out on the floor, and we understand that this is a battle and an opportunity for these players today to get a taste of what it's like between the Knicks and the Pacers. And while both teams aren't in the top running as far as the standings go to get to the top 4 spots, they understand how important this is. And Enrique Freeman is a guy to watch today when you look at the Pacers. He's a double-double machine out of Akron, played his way through the G League Combine into the regular Combine a year ago. His development over the last season has been noted. He needs to continue to work on his wing skills, but he can really rebound the basketball.
And for the Knicks, interesting player we're going to focus on, MarJon Beauchamp, former first-round pick in 2022, gets another opportunity, his 4th summer now here with the Knicks.
There's a good part of that is that he stayed the course, right? He's still young, but for summer, he's looking to try to get his footing and cement himself as a rotational player. If you think about the Knicks, you think about depth and how that was a concern down the stretch of the season. He had a breakout second half against Brooklyn, scoring 20 of his 25 points in that second period. And it's going to be really important for him to show consistency. That's what the Knicks want to see out of him, is consistency. Can you repeat and deliver, and can they count on you to deliver the goods night in and night out?
We're about to get this one tipped off. We take a look at the starting lineups for the Pacers and the Knicks. Buddy Boeheim getting the start. We talked about Enrique Freeman, Philip Wheeler, a guy I know you like a lot. We're going to talk about him as this game goes on. Tyler Kolek is a huge one because he could be the potential backup point guard for the Knicks come the regular season.
Yeah, and they need to have a little bit of a break for Jalen Brunson throughout the course of the season, just to spell him a little bit. And Kolek was an elite-level passer, obviously, at the collegiate level at Marquette, one of the best in the country. Had a good game against the Nets as well. Most of his work came in the first half.
We are underway. It's the Knicks wearing the home white. It is the Pacers wearing the road blue. And Tyler Beauchamp, he will lead the show here. Former first-round pick of the Bucks in 2022. You see Kolek now. As the Knicks with the opening possession here in this ball game. Ware, rim run, off the mark. And the Pacers coming the other way with it. Peter has numbers, little touch pass, a little sloppy to start this one. So in the summer, it's not just an opportunity for the players, but also some assistant coaches, and Jordan Brink is the head man this summer for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, prior to the Knicks, he was the summer league coach for the Pistons in 2022, served as assistant for the Pistons from 21 to 23, and recently joined that Knicks staff. And opportunity here to stretch yourself, and it's just as important for some of these young coaches to get that chance.
Look at that vision from Beauchamp as Lance Ware with the slam, first bucket.
There's a couple things you think about on that play, right? Great vision, great awareness, but you got to move without the ball. A lot of times you're watching in the summer league, sometimes guys get stuck and they're just standing and watching. Guys find an open spot, cut with a purpose.
Active hands, Udai Baba tipping it. Let's take a look at that last bucket for the Knicks.
Yeah, great job. Again, watch the drive the screen. Kolek pops out. Back line of the defense is forced to step up. And when that back line steps up, it vacates space along the end line.
So many of these guys understand that if they do get a roster spot, they're not looked to put up a ton of points. So when you talk to coaches here this summer as the hook shot goes for Enrique Freeman, what are coaches looking for out of guys on the floor here this summer?
What's your best attribute that is transferable to the NBA level? Let's just start with that. Like, if you're going to make the main roster, what do you bring when the coach looks down and says, get in the game, they know is your deliverable.
Marjon Beauchamp understands this opportunity. He's got an assist and a bucket. The Knicks with an early lead. Coming down the other way, it looked like taking a shot to the face was Skuka as the Pacers tie up the ball game.
It's important to realize we can talk about all these players, and you can go through their collegiate stats or what they've done in other leagues, the G League, wherever they've been, and we can talk about their individual stats, and wow, they're really impressive. But the reality of it is all of these guys have impressive stats. None of these guys will be asked to be the main option or even a focal point of the offense at the next level. The league is full of rotational players. It is not full of superstars.
And as someone who's
both of these teams, by the way, have superstars.
100%.
And they don't need anyone on the roster right now that's sitting on these benches to be the superstar this upcoming season.
This is also game 4 for both of these teams, so a chance for some of these guys who have gotten the nerves out already this summer, as Ware trying to go to work, and he will draw the whistle on Freeman. Isaac Jacob is the Pacers head coach for this summer. And the Pacers are a team who give up some points. They've given up at least 100 points in each of their first 3 games so far this summer.
Yeah, we try to lock into the defensive end of the floor, getting exposed a little bit on the interior by the Knicks early in this game. But I talked to Jacob, and I asked him, I said, what's it like being in this position? You know, a player development coach. He's being a head coach, and a lot of times as a player development coach, what you're asked to do during the course of the regular season is you have specific players you work with. So you tend to focus on those individual players out on the floor and what they're doing. But when you're the head coach, you can't just focus on that individual player. You have to have a team and a collective view of what's going on at all times.
Peter passed up the shot, a rim run, and off the mark. The other thing these coaches have to be mindful of, they are coaching for the organization. You think about the Knicks' new head coach, Mike Brown. So a guy like Jordan Brink, he's trying to implement the Knicks system and get these young guys acclimated to the faster pace of play that New York wants to start doing.
And there is Mike Brown. On the cell phone, working on the sidelines.
Man, always working.
And I think it's interesting. You think about the head coaching change with the Knicks, right? That's been a big topic of discussion. Tibbs obviously did a great job getting into the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wheeler, 3-ball off the mark. Inside, it's Freeman with the board. And he's going to reset the offense for the Pacers.
But I think being more innovative at the offensive end of the floor, I think it's going to be really important and a big aspect of why they made the change and what they want to see.
How about Cam Jones, another product out of Marquette, as Freeman with the contest, and he'll be called for the whistle on Beauchamp.
Good job. Watch the dribble penetration, step through, and the ability to finish falling to the floor. Cam Jones, it's interesting. You mentioned it earlier. We were talking on the phone. It's Jones, it's Kolek going head-to-head out on the floor today. Both of them former teammates at Marquette. Under Shaka Smart.
Cam Jones was the shooting guard for 3 years when Tyler Kolek was the point guard. And then after Kolek got drafted, it was Cam Jones getting his opportunity to be the point and really showed what he could do last year at Marquette.
Had a great season. And a lot of that you have to credit to Shaka Smart and the program that he's built at Marquette. Look at that hesitation.
Watch out. Nice job by Philip Wheeler coming through, and he will get a trip to the free throw line.
Wheeler just really long and athletic. You think about depth in the interior, and they tell you to take a look at Kolek and Jones representing Marquette.
3 years together in college, and now the two of them will face off against each other here on the floor at Thomas and Mack for the Summer League. Think they'll have some words for each other throughout this game?
Oh, for sure. they had some before the game even started when they were stretching. You know, when you're playing against somebody you know so well, and that happens, by the way, a lot in the Summer League structure, and today we've got Jones and Kolek. The other day when the Knicks were playing the Nets, Anton Watson, Drew Timme head-to-head, played forever at Gonzaga together, and I said to Anton before the game, that was going to be another dunk. I mean, they're doing a great job in the ball movement and catching the Pacers in rotation right now. But I said to Anton, I said, how did you let Drew Timme do the spin move on you? You knew it was coming.
You've seen it in practice how many times?
And he goes, I know it was coming. I lost my weight, and when my weight shifted ever so slightly, I knew he was going to spin off me. And he was the only thing that saved it is the next possession. He spun off another defensive player and got an N1, so people kind of forgot it a little bit. And here I am bringing it back up.
He appreciates that, Sean Farnham.
I'm sure he does. Ware's done a really good job offensively, having his hands ready on the back line as the Pacers have been caught on some of these screens and forced to step up and rotate.
Kolek with the board, looks to push the pace. Beauchamp out ahead of the pack, and he will get the flush.
I love two things about that. Kolek doing what Kolek does best. He's got elite level court vision. Beauchamp sprinting and running the floor, creating an opportunity for himself.
That's what he does. Buddy Boeheim getting the start. His first three will fall as the Pacers take a 3-point lead.
This guy's a lot of fun here. It's the Pacers, it's the Knicks, it may be Summer League, it doesn't matter. Got to play with purpose. Head up, run the court, get out in front of the defense, and finish. Beauchamp trying to ignite the Knicks.
NBA 2K26 Summer League is proudly sponsored by NBA 2K26. Rated E for everyone. And in part by Arby's. We have the meats.
Jalen Brunson, Villanova University. I've just been training as hard as I can, making sure I'm in the best shape I can be. It's very important to make sure you're doing everything you have to do to make sure you're ready. I'm going to be confident going into all the workouts I am with the teams. I'm going to be very confident myself because I know I've worked my entire life for this moment and this opportunity. And I've worked so hard just to get to this point, so I just got to make sure I'm staying focused.
Josh Hart from Villanova, out here at the Combine. And right now I'm doing testing. Yeah, the energy, it's unbelievable. The energy is high, and it's fun.
Welcome back here to the Thomas Mack Center here in Las Vegas alongside Sean Farnham, John Schriffen here. Our first game of the day here on ESPN2. It's Kolek trying to find some help. Bay off the bench for the Knicks. He'll let it fly.
Wedgie.
My first game, so that's obviously my first wedgie this season. Mike Brown taking some notes. The news in the offseason. He's the new head coach for the New York Knicks. And he said he has embraced the high expectations. Not just getting to the NBA Finals, but winning championships. He said that's why I decided to take this job in New York.
He's been around championships, obviously, his time with the Warriors. He's also been a two-time NBA Coach of the Year.
Cleveland. Everywhere he's gone, he has won.
True. And the mindset can't change from the defensive mentality for the Knicks, right? Like that has to be the base because it's kind of the heartbeat of that roster as it's currently constructed. But offensively, can you be more innovative? Can you put Bridges in a better opportunity to be successful and truly show what he's capable of? Can you develop the bench the way that it's necessary, especially in that postseason? Or trying to buy time during 82 games to get to the postseason and allow your stars to be stars.
And you think about some of the names that he has coached, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, some of the best this game has ever seen. He knows how to facilitate and get everybody involved.
And just a great leader. He did a charity event with me, and he was coming down to Camp Pendleton. He ran a free basketball camp for military kids. And he was just an outstanding presence at the camp. And to put it, to tell you the mindset of him, it was the day that the Lakers traded for Dwight Howard. So the trade goes down. Instead of like reneging on the commitment, which I would have fully understood. He drove down to Camp Pendleton and was still there.
Anytime you ask anybody about Mike Brown, his character is the first thing that comes up. He is a man of his word. Pretty sure Knicks fans are going to come to like him. Air ball. It is the Knicks down by 3 here in this first quarter. Kolek trying to push the pace. And as he splits the defenders, another whistle. Tyler Kolek is a guy who was picked in the 2nd round in last year's draft out of Marquette.
Both teams shooting a really high percentage here early. Nobody really locking in and sustaining stops.
Kolek being guarded by his former teammate in Jones. And here's Dink Pate, his first time on the floor, elbow jumper, and that one off the mark. Kolek tried to jump the passing lane, and he got the deflection to Pate. Pate, a former alum of NBA G League Ignite, signed with them when he was 17 years old. And then unfortunately, Ignite decided to close down because the NIL in college didn't want to compete anymore. And so he decided to go to Mexico City, and he went undrafted here. Gets an opportunity this summer with the Knicks.
The key word that you just said there was opportunity. And all of these guys out on the floor have an opportunity. And while neither one of these two franchises here in Las Vegas are going to be competing for the top 4 spot, you know what this shows executives and everybody else that's watching? Is do you still play the right way even if your team doesn't have an opportunity to advance into the playoffs? Like, who are you as a player, and what kind of grit are you going to show in Game 4 and then Game 5 here in Las Vegas?
I mean, he's got the size, 6'8", gets downhill, offensive rebound for the Knicks, and it is put back up and in by James Nagy.
I like Najee's size. And good job wedging in there and keeping the ball high, finishing.
Wheeler, he will step into a 3. And the long rebound goes to Jones. Inside, Freeman pushed in the back, and he will get to the free throw line. I just wanted to go back to Dink Pate and just finish on him. I had him, I covered him when he was at NBA G League Ignite. And the difference is he was a young guy at 6'8", getting to play the point guard position. When he moved on to Mexico City in the G League, the Capitanes, he played a reserve role with a lot of veterans and played off the ball. That hurt his draft stock. But to your point now, with the opportunity, he gets a chance to play on the ball again with the Knicks. Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Tonight, we got Houston taking on Portland, Golden State taking on Toronto. And then on NBA TV tomorrow, Dallas and Orlando, and then Philly and Brooklyn at 6 p.m. Eastern. Freeman skying input. The rebound goes to Pate.
You mentioned Pate, his versatility, I think, is something because of his length. I mean, right, like there are certain transferables that you look at with Pate and go, okay, how much more can he tap into, and how much more is that the potential is to unlock? I think when you look at a player like Pate, there's a ton to unlock still. I don't think he has fully blossomed into the player that he has the potential to be. And because of that, I think that there's going to be an organization, maybe the Knicks, that look at him as, okay, how much time can we invest in him, and do we want to invest in him at the G League level, a two-way contract type of situation, to try to foster that growth and see where he can get to.
Nice little pump fake, gets to the rim. Let's also not forget, he's only 19 years old.
Right, and you see him get knocked down there. The ability, his frame still needs to fill out. He needs to get stronger.
Ashworth on the floor for the first time for the Pacers. And has his pass picked off. It is Bay getting bumped, still puts it up. And Nagy, another offensive rebound.
It's got a little sloppy here the last couple of possessions for both teams. You don't want to take good quality shots. You don't want to be forcing up bad looks.
Beauchamp was looking for the whistle. Instead, it's going to be Pacers ball.
Back-to-back bad shots by the Knicks. Over dribble penetration for the Pacers leads to a turnover. Settle down, guys. Settle down.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Gaspar Secochanis, and today we hang out in the Industry Pizza.
Is this your first time in New York?
Yeah, second. Yeah, I've been one game we played here, but for one day in winter. It was so cold, now it's so hot. Good? That's the New York way. You're already eating like a New Yorker. The New York way? Yeah. You fold it like that, so you're already eating like a New Yorker. Oh, I didn't know that's good. Yeah. It's good. It's like, I expected something like this, and it's pretty good, to be honest. It's the beginning of something new, you know, the beginning of my dream, to continue reaching my goals. So it will be cool, but you know, I have to start working from day one. So.
Well, if you have missed it, this was the dunk of the summer. Oh, Johnny Furphy cocking it back with the poster, with the facial. Oh, don't do him like that.
Well, and then the still frame of it, tough if you're Noah Singay. That was a big-time play. Furphy not playing here today, and when asking the Pacers staff about what they saw from Johnny Furphy, he said he checked all the boxes this summer, and his work ethic has been outstanding. He gained 20 pounds, yet he's improved his athleticism. Check, we saw that the other day on that dunk. And by the way, he had a dunk earlier in the game that would have been really good too, but that one was just so elite that we forget about the first one that he had. He's a young kid that's out of Australia trying to continue to get better, and you look at the Pacers and where they're at in the Eastern Conference this year. They're going to need a guy like Johnny Furphy to contribute to their roster.
Beauchamp, G-League Ignite alums passing it back and forth to each other. Beauchamp with the three ball. That's good offense by the Knicks coming out of the break.
What did I say going to the break? Settle down. Much better composure and pace in that. You've got to be able to play with pace. And sometimes when you think about pace, it's how fast do you go. No, it's how do you change pace? How can you shift the defense to create a clean look? That was an outstanding open shot by the Knicks. Now you see that force the defense when you get to that elbow. Now you pinch out. Now it's a long run out. Shot fake, force the other guy to pinch in. You're forcing the back line of your defense then to get in rotations and close all the way out to the three-point line.
This is Felton, the ECU product, with his first bucket, gets it to go. His Summer League head coach for the Knicks, Jordan Brink, something he has consistently preached to his guys. Yes, we want to play faster, but it doesn't mean just running up and down the floor. It means if something is not there on the offensive end, how do you make your decision quicker? How do you change the set? How do you get into the actions quicker? That's what he means by getting his guys to play faster.
You ask anybody that is playing here at the Summer League, and that's the first thing that they will tell you. I don't care if it's #1 pick Cooper Flagg to somebody that's undrafted and signed and has the opportunity to come play here. The pace of the game is completely different. And so that requires you to have more composure as a player. There's nothing wrong with breathing when you catch the ball. You know, you don't have to catch and immediately try to go somewhere.
Ashworth with the mid-range jumper. And Pate with the board. Under a minute to play in this first quarter with the Knicks down 1 to the Pacers. Bales, he's got the clear out now, working against the smaller Ashworth, and that one rims out. Maldonado, the former Wyoming product, tries to play a little bully ball into the chest, but off the rim.
Pate doing a really good job on the defensive glass here. Yeah, that's what you talk about versatility. He can handle the ball up top, but he can also get underneath and grab you some rebounds.
Beauchamp getting all the attention. And here's Jamal Bay. Left it short, but on the rebound, foul is called inside against the Knicks. The Emirates NBA Cup tips off October 31st. The much-anticipated tournament returns with all 30 teams in group play and 8 advancing to the knockout rounds, but only one will capture the cup. Visit NBA.com/NBA Cup to learn more. So cool that the NBA has continued with the NBA Cup, having that tournament, something that originated in the NBA G League with that in-season tournament, and the NBA just took it to the next level. Ashworth picks up his dribble. 2 seconds remaining here in this quarter.
The Pate, good defense, just walling up defensively by Pate. Pretty good first quarter for Pate. He got rebounds, made the right pass, defensively making the right plays. The Pacers, though, have a 1-point lead over the Knicks after one.
Let's take a look at the top 5 picks in the recent draft and what they have done so far this summer. Cooper Flagg, Con Knippel, both from Duke, and a couple of Rutgers guys. Now, Dylan Harper and Con Knippel, we will both see in the next game as the Hornets take on the Spurs on ESPN.
Yeah, going to be must-see TV here from the Summer League. Both teams with a chance and an opportunity to potentially be in that top 4 spot, which means a chance to potentially win a ring. Con Knippel coming off a double-double performance last time out against the Hornets, and Harper's gone for 16 in each of the 2 games in which he has played here in Las Vegas.
How about Cooper Flagg? A couple games for him here in Vegas, as that one will roll.
Got to finish
rims. Pate another rebound. What do you think of Cooper Flagg in this summer?
It was great. In the first game, you're dealing with a ton of expectations. You know, they stretched him. They put the ball in his hands and wanted to see how he could try to create off the bounce. He didn't shoot the ball excessively well. He said it was one of the worst games he ever played in the opening game against the Lakers, and then came back and dropped a 30-piece in the second game. And they said, okay, we've seen enough, shut it down. And I think his situation is very unique. He's obviously the success in which he had at the collegiate level at Duke. He played with a lot of talented players on that Duke Blue Devils roster. He's going to a roster that has a ton of talented players on it as well, and I think that's going to assist his transition to the NBA and take some of that pressure that we normally see on the #1 pick off of him.
RJ Felton, his 3 short. Ware with the board. Also, we forget with some of these young guys getting drafted, they haven't played a competitive game in a couple months. So when they come out here this summer, they have a new system, a new bunch of guys. It'll take them a game or 2 to get acclimated, and especially all the pressure that builds with being one of the top picks in the draft.
Everybody has different pressure, right? Cooper Flagg comes in with the identity of generational talent. A year ago, the #1 pick, we didn't say that about. We did say it this year because of Cooper, and you see the difference between the 2 games, the efficiency, 10 of 20 in game number 2. I think that's what you're going to see more frequently at the NBA level. But everybody that's here has pressure. What is that pressure, and how do they play through that pressure? One pressure is you're expected to be a guy that's replacing maybe Luka Doncic, right? Like all the Nico Harrison conversation that happened when that deal went down. Cooper Flagg's looked at as now the guy that, you know, gets to step in, and he's maybe the new young face that's going to get to play with Kyrie and AD, and that's great. The other kind of pressure that you can see here in the Summer League is, I don't know if I'm going to continue to get the opportunity to play professional basketball or where I will be playing.
Which is real.
Both of them are extreme pressures, because you can never take for granted the opportunity to wear a jersey. At some point in time, you don't get to wear the uniform anymore. And so you've got to try to make the most out of your opportunity every time you have it. And both pressures, by the way, can overwhelm you. And I think that's part of what this Summer League is about, is how you handle that.
I mean, think about what's on the line right now for the Knicks and the Pacers. Neither team will be able to qualify for the playoffs.
Good
You
kick
got
out.
guys who may potentially have a roster spot open, but also the valuable 2-way contracts that are available now with 2-way contract, which means you will not only play in the G League team, but also get time with the big club in the NBA. That is a serious thing that is on the line for a lot of these guys.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, you know what you call rotational players in the NBA? Millionaires. You know what you call guys on 2-way? Really rich.
Freeman banging in the post, his hook shot, and that one rattles in.
You see it,
the Pacers retake the lead.
6'7", right? But like he can get down on the block, and he understands positioning and angles very well to be able to get that shot off over the top of a longer defensive player.
Backdoor cut. Baba in close, and it's Freeman with the steal.
And Freeman just knows how to play. That's where he's got to get better.
Did you just jinx it?
No, that's where he's got to get better. His wing skill set, handling the ball, creating off the bounce, stretching the defense a little bit. Those are things that he was not asked to do. The Pacers on a 7-0 run right now, though, because of some of the plays that Freeman has made.
Pull up Jay. That was smooth by Yudai Baba, the 29-year-old out of Japan. Ashworth, he will hoist one. And now all of a sudden the shots are starting to fall in the second quarter.
I'm here for scoring in Las Vegas. I love defense, don't get me wrong, but I want to see points.
Euro tipped away, and that's going to go off the knee, and Pacers ball.
Now, we mentioned Enrique Freeman off the top, and growth from last year, understanding the system, 6'7", small ball center. You see the great footwork, balance underneath, strong. And then this is where your guard skills have to get a little better. He just, trying to go too fast, doesn't necessarily have complete control of the ball. He kicks it out eventually. That leads to the open three. But they want to see those wing skills develop. And I think for him to be successful at the next level, he'll have to develop that.
Felton blows a tire, and the Knicks with the steal.
Good defensive transition, though, by the Pacers to get back out in front of the ball and force the Knicks to play in the half court.
Kolek back on the floor, running the show for the Knicks with a hand in his face, and he forced that one. Ashworth calling for it. He just knocked one down, gets all the attention. Felton open, and the Pacers with their largest lead of the ball game, up by 9.
Ashworth led the Big East in assists. He's demonstrating excellent court vision that time. Gets to the ball with a little hesitation. Again, calm when he gets the ball. He could have gone up for that shot right away, but then he drew 2 defensive players, and that allowed that kick to the corner.
All right, let's break down the Pacers depth chart. Team got all the way to the NBA Finals, falling just short in Game 7 against the Thunder.
Listen, this might be crazy, but this idea that the Pacers are all of a sudden going to collapse because of Halliburton and then Miles Turner, I'm not there. I'm not there at all.
You think they're still a contender in the East?
I think they're in the mix. I don't think they're the top 2, but I do think they're in the mix.
Okay, we got to bookmark this. I want to discuss. We're going to go to break, but we will come back and discuss the Pacers' chances after the break.
All-Star Weekend is here. We're going to put the Bay on full display for the world to see, and today is a great start to the entire weekend.
There's a lot of history and tradition and legacy here in Oakland, and so this city was good to us and got us to the point where we are now, and we just want to get back and do the same thing.
Building, and then we come to stuff like this, and it just changes their whole life. When we motivated like that, you know what I'm saying? I got you.
Really a dream come true to be able to celebrate All-Star Weekend here in East Oakland, and everything is about being the village for these kids and the next generation, and hopefully achieve their full potential.
You know, it takes you back on how you would feel if you were in their shoes. And anytime you have the opportunity to impact someone else's life, it does far more for you than impacting your own life.
For me, All-Star Weekend is about things like this, and it's another opportunity for me to help the staff that's here that's already preparing to help those families. It's in my heart to give back, and it feels like I'm doing my job.
It's the part about our sport that I love the most is the impact that we can have off the court. The community does so much to support us, our athletes, and anything that we can do to give back and turn around that support and uplift our community.
For Sean Farnham, I'm John Schriff, and we discussed the chances for the Pacers. Tyler Halliburton ruptured his Achilles, will miss the entire season for the Pacers. But Sean, you still think that their depth, they've got a chance in the East?
Listen, my good friend Drew Powell, who the Hollywood Reporter just named as maybe a best guest star on the show. He's in the pit, the new show that just came out. He fired up Game Bridge, just like Enrique Freeman just fired up the Pacers right there in Game 7. And he and I have been talking a little bit. And you think about it, Nembhard moving over to that lead guard role, right? Like the ability to facilitate the offense. I covered him a ton of Gonzaga. I think he's great. McConnell's the perfect backup point guard, right, in that role. You've got Mathurin, who will need to step up a little bit in his production. You've got a max contract guy in Pascal Siakam that's an all-star that you can lean in on a little bit more. Would I put them in the same category on paper as the Cavs and the Knicks look like right now? Probably not. I would put them below that. All right, but with the injuries that you've seen in the Eastern Conference, this identity of like...
No Jason Tatum for the Celtics.
Right. It levels the playing field out below those two teams that look on paper right now like they're bringing back the most. They have the most stability. They had a lot of success this past season. The Pacers still have options, and Furphy's got to elevate his game a little bit more. Neesmith has to be consistent from beyond the arc. Obviously, Tony Bradley's going to be a different center than what Miles Turner was for this organization, but I'm not out on the Pacers. I'm not in on saying that they're going to repeat as Eastern Conference Finals champions and play in the NBA Finals, but this organization is going to be able to hold steady this year, I think, and then be right back in the mix, and that guy's going to need a new T-shirt.
There's your guy rocking the T-shirt.
Come on now.
Eastern Conference Finals. They also acquired Jay Huff, who's a big man, 7 foot. He is long.
And he can space the floor a little bit.
He can also protect the rim.
Yep.
But it is going to be a big shoe to fill when you have Miles Turner, who was allowed to walk in the offseason and signed with the Bucks in free agency.
The Bucks are another one of those teams that figure in outside of the Cavs and the Knicks.
A 13-point lead here for the Pacers, under 5 minutes to play in this first half.
Opportunity, you mentioned opportunities here for these guys out on the floor, right?
Yeah.
When you lose a player of the quality and the caliber of a Tyrese Halliburton, and then Miles Turner leaves the organization, that creates opportunity. The question that the Pacers will answer as the NBA season gets going in the fall is going to be very simple. Who's stepping up to make the most out of the opportunity that just got presented?
Stepping aside, we'll be back to Vegas after this.
Throughout my whole time here, it's always been about what can I give the team. Every single player that's been through this program has just knows what it's about.
Flyers, hold them up during the ceremony. Thank you so much.
We're such a close-knit group of players that have been through here. We know what it's like to play for Coach. We know what it's like to play in front of these great fans. I've said this a couple of times this week that I didn't come here to get my jersey retired or to be honored in any way. I came here to be with a special group of men, and things we were able to accomplish in a short period of time is beyond special.
Nomination for the home #1 Shane.
The fact that you call this place home, come back here, it's amazing. So really, nomination, thank you. I really appreciate it. Lots of support and honor. So thank you guys for everything. Appreciate that.
So the last call on the floor, it was ruled Knicks ball, but the Pacers have challenged. Sean, what do you see here?
That will be a successful challenge. And it's pretty clear Anton Watson swipes down at the ball, doesn't make any additional contact on the way out of bounds. And I think
after review, the call's been confirmed. The ball goes off of Philip Wheeler's knee. Indiana loses the ability to challenge for the rest of the game and loses their timeout.
Ooh, Mr. Farnham 0 for 1 today.
I am not 0 for 1.
I mean, according to the official, yes, you are.
Where does this go off the knee? You tell me where that's going off the knee. I'll give you a hint. It didn't.
Officials today, Julian Scott, Ashley Birch, Kaz Beverly. Said, Mr. Fardham, you are wrong. You're allowed to be wrong. You can't win all the time in Vegas, right?
Well, depends. I mean, if I hang with you, I think you're always winning, right? They build
casinos off people like you.
No, they did not. Trust me. My $200 doesn't help that much. Good spot up.
Freeman with the three, nothing but nylon.
He starts doing that. You combine that with his motor, his ability to defend, his rebounding skills. I think that's what Pacers fans want to see.
We had a little fun with TJ McConnell this past season. Both of their schools, it was Akron and Arizona, playing each other in March Madness as we take another look at this play from Freeman in the corner.
Just a good spot up. I mean, you got to move without the ball, find an open area, and you got to make a good pass. You set the screen. The most dangerous person on the floor a lot of times is the guy setting the screen, because the defensive player has to react, right? And if you have poor communication, the Knicks didn't communicate properly that time. That allowed him to slip out to that corner and be wide open.
So they made a little friendly bet. TJ McConnell played at Arizona, and then Enrique Freeman played at Akron. It was the 4 versus the 13 matchup in March Madness. The loser having to wear the shirt of the school. Obviously, it was Arizona dominating that matchup, so Enrique Freeman had to wear the Arizona shirt. But TJ McConnell, he was kind of savage with this. He chose the trip going back to Ohio when they played Cleveland for him to have to wear the shirt. The Ohio native had to wear the Arizona shirt, but it was Freeman getting the last laugh. He got a career high. Oh, tried to jam it on him. Finished with a career high in that game in Cleveland with 8 points, 8 rebounds. A good sport after he paid off of his bet.
That's good to pay off bets. Good movement again without the ball. You see Freeman, how active. I mean, you talk about players. Like, sometimes, too, you can tell an activity of a player by how often you and I are sitting going, well, Freeman was involved in that. Freeman was involved in this. And look at what Freeman, like, he's making good decisions, and he's making an impact out on the game. We know he's on the court. There are some guys that when they're out of the court, they kind of go into emotions, but you never know that they're even out there.
So Peter was out of bounds when he received that pass, so it'll be turned over to the Knicks. Especially when you're a second year, third year, or even a fourth year player. My Marjan Beauchamp year was the ball in his hands. You want to show that you are elite, and a nice vision inside to find Anton Watson.
Anton Watson, really successful collegiate career at Gonzaga. He's a player that has bounced around a little bit already in his young NBA career.
Nice job by Beauchamp poking that away. Now he's trying to break out. Going 1-on-2, and he finishes through the contact. Marjan Beauchamp trying to get the Knicks back in this ball game.
Second time in the game here in the first half where a rebound has been secured, possession secured that time by the Knicks, and the sprint out by Beauchamp. And he has been the beneficiary of both times scoring off of those runouts, and now a chance to get to the free throw line. Free throw line, by the way, has not been great today for both teams, but the Knicks in particular, 2 of just 7 right now.
Beauchamp with the friendly roll completes the three-point play. Is in double figures now with 10 points for the Knicks. Jones with a nice little floater.
Nice floater, but he created that space by using that upper body strength that he has, getting into Ware and bouncing him off of him.
Kind of like what we've seen about Freeman on the offensive end for the Pacers. It's now Beauchamp mentioning his name a lot with all the action now here for the Knicks.
Both of them have 10 points. And they're the only 2 in double figures for either roster. Watch Cam Jones get downhill, a little shoulder, boom, right into Ware, a little step through, and finishing with the left.
Showing he can dish it, but also can finish it. Throws it up top. Oh, Freeman, watch your head. He is a fun player looking for a breakout year in year 2. Kolek with the answer for the Knicks.
He's making plays. He's shown the ability to screen and go to the rim and elevate up for the finish. He's shown the ability to screen and pop for the three.
There he is on the pick and pop. Weeda made you look real smart.
Someone has to in this broadcast. Ain't gonna be you.
I am trying my best, all right?
Great job. Screen. Defense gets overcommitted. Lance Ware gets caught with his feet in sand. Enrique Freeman up over the top. And Pacers feeling good, up 42-29 right now. And Enrique Freeman with 12 points and 4 rebounds, a couple of assists.
Jones, good D by Beauchamp, forces him to give it up. Touch passes to Peter.
Good extra pass right there. Ball movement, when the ball is moving and you can get a little piece of the paint, force the defense to step in a little bit, then you get longer closeouts. And Beauchamp
with the answer through the legs and a pull-up.
What he showed in the second half against the Nets, and then what he's doing here in the first half against the Pacers, is starting to show a little bit of that growth in his 4th summer league of some of the skill set and the consistency that you want to see if you're the Knicks.
And he hasn't been forcing it either. He's been getting guys involved and picking his spots. You can tell he's starting to feel hot. And Ware just can't get the pass. Jones on a breakout, flying up. There's Peter with the jam.
Beauchamp, by the way, 5 for 5. So you're talking about selective in his shot. That's the key, is your level of efficiency. It's not just the point production, but it's the efficiency in which you play with. Because let's be honest, when you're on this Knicks roster, if you're out on the floor, how many shots are you really going to get?
6 for 6. Marjon Beauchamp is taking over for the Knicks.
He's keeping him in it right now.
Jones, he's had the hot hand, and he continues. Nails his first 3 of the ball game. He's got 9. You know who they're going back to. Beauchamp, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. You notice instead of that heat check there, decides to get into the offense here. Kolek will find him. Beauchamp, and his first miss of the ball game. Outlet pass is to Jones, but Beauchamp getting it back. 6 seconds to play here in this first half. Beauchamp left open, rising up, count it!
I love that play. I love that play. He was at the other end of the floor. The ball was way in front of him. He sprinted with absolute purpose to get to the open spot and dial in the 3, giving him 19 points going to the break. They got more work to do, obviously. The Pacers have been outstanding. But Enrique Freeman has made his impact for the Pacers. The team has been moving the ball extremely well. They got to figure out how to turn off the water for number 14 in white in the second half.
Well, we knew it was going to be fun. Anytime the Pacers and the Knicks square off, don't miss the second half. We'll be back.
The USA is going to be okay.
So the sky is not falling.
No. But that was a powerful dunk by Risa Singh.
Great switch. Good initial defense by Champagny.
Oh, great block by Sarr. Oh, threw it back a second time.
Woo-hoo.
Higher game.
Shepard again. This time off the drive.
Portland just 3 of 11. Castle and 1.
And slow-footed on the defensive end, right? For turnovers and just getting into pace.
Ryan Rupert. We mentioned the French invasion.
Oh, okay, Bob.
Bob Carrington.
Whoa. Jealous.
Yeah, this is.
Look where
right.
the pass is. Nowhere near the rim.
They wanted him to be more aggressive offensively here. And Ware caught a body. All 7'5" of Sharp.
Lane and draws second defender. Watch Larson. Here comes the help by Sharp. He can't get back.
Spraying out for a 3, but that's just Klingen's effect. Klingen now coming. Oh, third quarter.
Yes.
Jam fest.
Yes. Clean, getting up.
LaRavia in the paint finds Edie. Such an easy target.
Yeah, Chris, it's easy to find a big man. Chris
Still with a big bucket for the Heat.
3 threes for him today. 3-pointer by Wells plus a foul. So a 4-point chance for Jalen Wells.
Misi to Ford, back door. Too strong. Misi cleaning it up.
And keeps his eyes up. Crosses up Minot.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League here in Las Vegas. We are at the half. It is the Pacers with a 52-38 lead. We all heard about Cooper Flagg, #1 pick for the Dallas Mavericks. How is his summer going? Well, earlier he got a chance to sit down with Katie George to talk all about it.
We're with Cooper Flagg, the #1 overall draft pick by the Dallas Mavericks. Since arriving here in Vegas, is it what you expected in terms of the recognition, people wanting, I'm sure, photos and autographs, or is it even crazier than you imagined?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been crazy. You know, even just being in Dallas and, you know, seeing the fan base there, it's been, you know, crazy amount of love and support. So, you know, I'm just blessed, you know, have that type of support and whatnot. People wanting your autograph, wanting pictures.
Kyrie and a lot of the Mavs roster guys were here to watch you guys play. He said that Thomas and Mac's atmosphere was electric in your first game. He said it's a #1 draft pick kind of deal. What's it going to be like for you learning from not just an incredible player like Kyrie, but a guy who's been in your shoes? He's experienced the expectations that come with being the #1 overall pick.
Yeah, I think I'm in an incredible, you know, situation. Like being able to learn from those type of guys, you know, Kyrie, obviously, Clay, AD, you know, those type of guys that have, you know, been through and been in the league for a really long time and have experienced winning, you know, at the highest level. It's something that, you know, I'm just going to be really grateful for him. I feel really blessed that I had this opportunity.
Jason Kidd said that he wants his staff to push you out of your comfort zone, put you in uncomfortable situations, bringing the ball up, running point. What excites you about those kind of challenges during Summer League?
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, I haven't done that as much, so I think, you know, handling that pressure and trying those new things will be good for me to kind of expand my game. And I think I'll get more comfortable with it as we kind of play more and more. And then, you know, Coach Kidd, you know, that's what he wants me to do. So just getting comfortable doing that early.
As you look ahead to this upcoming season, what kind of goals do you set for yourself as a rookie in helping this Mavs team?
Yeah, I think, you know, personally, I want to obviously be Rookie of the Year. I think that's, you know, a standard one a lot of rookies want to do. But other than that, you know, I just want to contribute to winning at a high level. We have a really good team, a really deep team. So, you know, whatever way I can contribute in, you know, just be myself and get better every single day. I think if I do that, it'll be a really successful year.
We wish you the best of luck, Cooper. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
San Antonio Spurs guard Stephon Castle, the 2024-25 Kia NBA Rookie of the Year, headlines the 2024-25 Kia NBA All-Rookie First Team after leading all first-year players in scoring and steals. Joining Castle on the Kia NBA All-Rookie First Team are a pair of Memphis Grizzlies, center Zach Edey, who led all first-year players in rebounding, and forward Jalen Wells, who paced the class in three-pointers made with 138.
Wells, another three. Good again! New career high for Jalen Wells, 27.
Me and Zach are working every day. We're not too cocky and, you know, loud about it. We just come in and work.
Rounding out the all-rookie first team are Atlanta Hawks forward Zachary Rizache and Washington Wizards forward center Alex Sarr. French natives Rizache and Sarr become the first two players from the same country outside of the United States to be named to the Kia NBA All-Rookie First Team in the same season. The 2024-25 NBA All-Rookie Second Team features high-flying Chicago Bulls forward Matas Buzelis.
Buzelis double clutch.
A little stare down after the clutch.
It just gets easier over time. You know, I put the work in, so you start to play free, you start to get into that flow state of the game, and I'm always ready, and, you know, if you're not ready, it's on you.
Washington Wizards guard Bub Carrington, the only first-year player to appear in all 82 games.
2 seconds, 1 second. Carrington puts it up and in! And the Wizards win the game.
I started in the first game of the year because I believed in his character and what he was going to do for our organization because of his competitiveness, his mental toughness.
Portland Trailblazers center Donovan Klingett, who finished tied for 7th in the league in blocked shots.
Everybody wants to see that.
New Orleans Pelicans.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League. Beautiful Las Vegas. We got more action. This is just the first one of the day, and it's already shaping up to be a good one. We are at the half right now, and the guys we focused on in the open, they are showing out for the Knicks. MarJon Beauchamp, 19 points in that first half.
Yeah, 7 of 8 shooting, 4 of 5 from deep, 19 points in a variety of ways, whether it was the three-point shot or his ability to sprint and create the opportunity to score out in front of the defense. And then Enrique Freeman, we talked about, 6'7", double-double machine in college at Akron, but starting to show some growth and development in his game, stepping out, knocking down the three-point shot. Excellent job in that screener role of either going to the hoop and cutting to the basket or spacing the floor, and executed very well in the first half for the Pacers.
The efficiency of MarJon Beauchamp, 7 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 5 from three-point range. He was not just out here chucking it. 19 points in that first half. It was legit, and he's going to need a whole lot more than that if the Knicks are going to come back here as we get set to start this third quarter. You got your steps in already.
I saw you. Mike Brown.
Catching up with some folks, realizing, wait a minute, we're back on the air here in 10 seconds.
Be quick, but don't hurry. John Wooden always said that. I had to do both.
Jones with a step-back three, hand in his face, and a rebound to Ware for the Knicks. So they get the stop here to open this third quarter, down 14. Baba from the corner. That's what the Knicks need a whole lot more of to get back in this.
I think they've got to be a little bit more aggressive early in the shot clock here. I think there's opportunities to run off of rebounds, and even in a secondary opportunity where it's not necessarily in transition going to the basket, that's a great chance to find open shooters if they space the floor and run the corners.
First 2 shots off the mark for the Pacers. As Boeheim, pump fake. Beauchamp staying with him. Shot clock is at 4. Peter with the drive-by, contorts his body for the lay-in.
Good finish that time by Peter. Led the nation at Liberty in true shooting percentage.
There's a dude who played 3 years of Division II basketball as Baba opened underneath for the lay-in. As Peter played 3 years at Arkansas Tech, finished his last year at Liberty. Shows you there's not one set path to try and make it into the NBA.
There isn't. I mean, if you're a good player, the NBA finds you. I mean, it used to be in high school, right? Like if you were in a remote area, sometimes it was difficult for college coaches and stuff. With the circuit the way it is now at the youth level, everybody gets exposure, and at the college level, they're consistently looking for players that can make plays.
Quick trigger for Buddy Boeheim, knocks down another 3.
You can call him Buddy Buckets.
I wanted to.
I mean, you go to Jalen Williams, right, at Oklahoma City. He grew a lot in high school, went to Santa Clara. Santa Clara hadn't had a first-round pick since Steve Nash. And then Jalen Williams comes into play, and what amazing career he's off to having to start at OKC, and his production and how important that was. 1996 with Steve Nash. I grew up in the Bay Area. Had an opportunity to watch Steve Nash play.
Different dude.
Oh. I mean, you watch him play at Santa Clara, it was almost unfair.
Jones has been in attack mode. Puts on the brakes, little spin, and another one goes.
You know, we talk so much about Freeman. I don't think we've given enough credit to Cam Jones. You mentioned he's been in attack mode, not only as a scorer, he's got 11, but he's got 7 assists to go with those 11 points. Almost a double-double here with 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Beauchamp rises.
Why not? Why not?
5th 3 of the ball game. He's got 22.
Well, we were here yesterday. Jameer Young left the building with 37. Somehow got 3 more points after we left. It got to 40. That was amazing to find out later on last night. I'm like, they gave him 3 more points. They gave him 3 points extra when we were here that got him to 36. And then he got 3 more later in the game, after the game was over, like hours.
It's Vegas. Anything can happen. I mean, you get 10 fouls.
We see another 40 spot here today. Beauchamp on his way. 22 points. And again, efficiency. What did I talk about off the top with him? Consistency and efficiency. If you can see those two things with him, all of a sudden you start to think, okay, maybe there is a spot where he could be a rotational player.
And if it's not with the Knicks, he is auditioning for an NBA team. Started his career with the Bucks, was let go, finished last season, last 6 games of the year with the Knicks. And here's Beauchamp again. He's not waiting for any help, as he will get fouled on the drive. We talked about the pressure at both ends of the spectrum. You got those high draft pick guys making their first appearance in their new uniform. And then you got guys like MarJon Beauchamp who are trying to keep their dream alive and play basketball in the NBA.
And he's been both. He's been the first-round pick, and now he's in his 4th summer league under a microscope, still very young, still trying to prove to people what he can do, and I've been impressed with him.
Mid-range. And it's going to be Indiana basketball, just the 2nd miss of the ball game for Beauchamp.
The area that Beauchamp could really help himself out is at this end of the floor, because the offensive numbers kind of speak for themselves right now. But right, how much can you impact the game defensively? I think that's something that, you know, every possession you're going to be watched. Everything you do, you're going to be watched.
Well, the Knicks are trying to find Beauchamp any chance they can. And he's missed his last 2 from the floor. The handoff is to Peter behind his back, forced to pick up his dribble. And the pass to Boeheim off the mark, turnover. Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and ESPN app. On NBA TV tonight, Houston, Portland, Golden State, and Toronto. And then tomorrow, we got Dallas and Orlando, and then Philly and Brooklyn in the nightcap. Five on the shot clock. Kolek from a corner, missing everything. Has not had one of his stronger games here so far in this 4th game of the summer. Free throws when we come back. It is the Pacers with a 13-point lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Go, nice, go. Okay, hold it. Get the ball, pass it, turn it up.
Today we're at the University of Pretoria. We're doing a junior NBA basketball clinic, and what we're doing is we're just imparting some skills on dribbling, passing, shooting, and all the fundamentals of basketball. What we like to see in junior NBA is lots of smiles, lots of fun. You know, that's when the kids learn more. If you make the experience enjoyable, the kids pay more attention, they're more engaged.
We learned a lot from the coaches, got a lot of insight. Good to see people take interest in it, and it's a good sign to see.
You're not giving anywhere. Okay, you walk by giving good passes. You're gonna move like this. What?
Look, there's a lot of energy. It's beautiful, man. It brings a lot of hope to us young African kids that, you know, one day we could play at that level. It brings a lot of hope.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. Racing, guys. That's how you make a mistake.
We have a lot of young talent, and we'd like to thank you, NBA Africa, so much for coming here and just, you know, improving our basketball.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League. Let's flash it back to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks were looking like they were going to take that game 2. They would have had a dominant lead in the series. But then Tyrese Halliburton with the shot of the playoffs goes into overtime, and the Pacers eventually take that series, going on to the NBA Finals. What a series that was.
My good friend Roger Haber was having his birthday dinner. Huge Knicks fan. And we're sitting there with him as he's watching the game, and that ball hit off the rim, right? The whole family were like, you got this. The Knicks are winning for you on your birthday. The Knicks are, The ball bounces off the iron, goes straight up, and comes down. Not a good moment to be celebrating someone's birthday. It was kind of like a quiet, like Irish exit at that point in time. Like, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night.
Look, I grew up sneaking into the Garden as a kid, as a lifelong Knicks fan. I'm going to hear about it from all my friends about showing those highlights of that Eastern Conference Finals. It's been a minute. 25 years since the Knicks made it back there. It has been a long time. That's why Mike Brown has been hired to make sure that the Knicks get a repeat performance and get to the NBA Finals.
But I do want to, you said sneaking in?
I used to sneak into the Garden when I was a kid. I hope I don't get in trouble for that now. I'm sure, like, you know, time has expired. It's been 20 years, but it used to be back in the day.
Is there a statute of limitation?
I hope there is, because I'm putting myself on blast right now.
I mean,
back in the day, fourth quarter, security used to just leave their post, and we could just walk into the Garden. I watched the Spurs celebrate the NBA Finals.
James Dolan is going to call you up and require some, you know, you're going to have to pay for some of those games that you snuck in on. Like, what are you doing?
Or maybe
why would you out yourself on television
or maybe I
like
just
this?
dreamt about it. I don't know.
Go back to the White Sox.
Probably
what
just
are you doing?
Probably just a dream.
When I reach my full potential in the game, I don't think nobody can stop me.
He's built for it. You know, he's tough. He has a lot of stamina, and he's got a strong will.
He's real motivated. He's a great competitor. He's worked hard this summer. He's in great condition.
The main impact I want to have on my team is to help my team win.
Good run for Mandarin. I mean, he's coming full speed.
For Benedict Mathurin. Count it! And a foul! How did that go in? That just defied geometry and physics.
Pays much more attention to detail on the defensive end.
Blocked by Mathurin. A career high 38.
He's a career 4.2 rebound a game player, more than double that at 8.7.
In transition, took it, counted. Got some muscle in his hustle.
Another 20-point game for Benedict Mathurin.
That's what he does. As they say, he's a bucket.
The goal for me is just to get back to the player I was and just do more, achieve as much as we can, and having fun.
Well, you know what time it is. It's Dame time. Shams is just reporting that sources tell him that Damian Lillard is in the process of finalizing a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trail Blazers. This is the news of the summer right now.
Well, look, obviously he's going to be coming off of injury. And he's going to need time to be right. But feels right for him to end his career in Portland with what he has meant to that city. And one of the most ironic things is when he was traded, Drew Holiday was part of that initial trade. Now they're both on the Portland Trail Blazers.
Got Scoot Henderson, a young point guard who he can mentor and develop. A lot of reasons to be excited if you're a Trailblazers fan.
Jersey sales just increased, I promise you that.
We're bringing out their old Lillard jersey that they never got rid of.
3-ball falls for Maldonado, the Wyoming product.
Sometimes the simple play is the right play. You know, and Ashworth does a really good job of identifying the simple basketball play and consistently trying to make it. And he helped create that opportunity for Maldonado.
Mid-range is short. Knicks with the hustle, keep it alive on the offensive end. For Wally Bales, product out of Hawaii with the putback.
With the money that Dame Lillard got paid out on the buyout from the Bucks, couple that with the money that he just signed. They stretched him on $113 million, and then he's signing a 3-year, $42 million deal.
He will not have to worry about money, that is for sure. I've always respected, though, the way he gives back. He loves Portland, and the area has done so much for him. The clinics that he hosts for kids, giving away shoes. There's so many good things he does for the community.
I have friends that live in Portland, and the day that he left, it was, you know, a gut check. And there's not many players that develop that kind of rapport and that kind of connection with their city. Couple big news. I mean, think of what Western Conference, like, again, has to get healthy. 3 years, 42, coming back to Portland. Bradley Beal, which was on a nightmare of a contract in Phoenix, on a sweetheart of a deal for the Los Angeles Clippers in 2 years and $11 million. Trying to fill that void that they created when they traded Norman Powell.
Western Conference, a gauntlet. Under 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Hey, takes all kind of contact and finishes plus the foul.
They turned that corner, and he was like a runaway train going downhill. And Maldonado just bouncing off of him and just stuck with it. Able to finish.
Bay 6'6" out of Washington. Trying to get the Knicks back within 11. Now we got a little full court press here. Knicks trying to speed things up, a 1-2-2 press.
Yeah, trying to manufacture some extra possessions here.
Maldonado up at the rim. Miscommunication, and the Knicks do get the turnover.
That could have been an elite level finish.
Beauchamp finds that three-point line. Nothing but nylon. His 6th three of the ball game. He's got 25. Knicks stay with that trap. As they're starting to turn up the heat, the lead down to single digits. Two-handed block by Beauchamp. He is just everywhere right now.
That, to me, by the way, is more impressive than the shot. We'll show you the shot first. Beauchamp's been on a heater all day long. 6 of 8 from deep. Excellent job getting his feet set and letting it go. But the key for him is, can he make an impact defensively on a consistent basis? That's in a help side rotation. He slides over and gets the deflection out of bounds.
Beauchamp's story is also so incredible. Ashworth with the long three as Beauchamp with the rebound. You know, he almost quit basketball at one point. He was a young man coming out of high school, decided to go to a camp to try to get ready for the draft in Northern California. This one with a hand in his face, it is blocked. It got shut down due to COVID. He had to go back home to Seattle, and he was so down, he thought about quitting the game. He didn't know that he was ever going to get back, and his grandma told him to get back into it. And one with a nice backdoor cut. An 8-0 run for the Knicks as Watson puts it in.
Yeah, Anton Watson does an excellent job working the end line. This is like almost watching Gonzaga play, and he moves so well. And if you don't have your head on a swivel, he's going to back cut you if you're ball watching on the weak side, and he's going to create a space. And great job finishing with the reverse layup. You talk about COVID, impacted so many different people in different ways. You know, I have kids that are 20 years old, 18 years old. So living through COVID, how that impacted their social skills, how that impacted the way that they saw the world in that prism. Beauchamp's story is not indifferent from a lot of people's story as far as losing a little bit of that passion or zest for something that you thought you loved to do.
Well, he was a guy who saw his name on all those draft boards. And then when he got that camp shut down in COVID, he felt like people forgot about him. And his grandma got him back into basketball as he draws the contact there. He went to Yakima Valley Community College, put up all kinds of crazy numbers. And then G League Ignite gave him another opportunity and got his name back on the map in the basketball world.
And what he's done is give the Knicks an opportunity to tighten this thing up even a little bit more here. I mean, they've almost erased the entire deficit in a very short period of time. A good defense by Anton Watson, by the way, in the help side rotation that time, pinning it on the glass, and then the opportunity to run out, and Beauchamp gets him to the free throw line. The area, though, they're 7 of 20 from the free throw line.
You're saying that's not good?
No. Excuse me, 7 of 14 from the free throw line. 7 of 20, 8 of 21 from the three-point line. That's good, by the way. 38% from three, that's okay. You can take that.
0 for 2 from the line, though, however.
46% from the free throw line as a team, not good.
Jones probing, and a shot rolls off, but he gets his own miss. The kick out. And a nice strong board in traffic, Lance Ware. Under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. It has been controlled by the Knicks. Beauchamp has been the primary option. He's got the clear out. Going one-on-one against Maldonado here. Has to give it up. Shot clock's at 4. Ware now going to work. Step back, leaning in. And a good defensive possession for the Pacers.
What made it good is the ball was in the hands with a player that was going to be very uncomfortable with where they caught the ball late in the shot clock. And so a good job of getting the ball out of Beauchamp's hands or somebody else that could stretch the defense and maybe knock down a shot.
Maldonado open from the corner. Unable to hit, but Felton swooping in. Blocked there by the Knicks. Watson, the outlet to Beauchamp.
And Watson's making some positive plays, in particular at the defensive end of the floor right now.
Kolek can't get in on the offense. Jones, how about this? Against his former teammate, puts it up and in.
And the offense getting stagnant here in the latter stages of the third quarter here, and Cam Jones just took it upon himself. That's going to be an illegal screen. That's like the first illegal screen we've seen today. That's actually pretty good. We had a game yesterday that had 7 of them. Cam Jones turns the corner on his college teammate. Probably happened a couple times in college, too, at practice. But a good job. What he does is an excellent job of holding off with his off arm and able to finish.
Under 50 seconds here in this third quarter. A 7-point game here. Kolek now guarding Jones. A little Euro step on his strong hand. Felton can't keep it alive. Here's Dick Pate now. Gets all the way to the rim. Has his shot blocked there by Freeman. Shot clock turned off. Knicks do have a foul to give to end this quarter. Jones with 13 points, the rock in his hand, leads the way for the Pacers. Splits the D, passing it off to Freeman. 1.8 to play in the quarter. Maldonado throws it up at the rim, and that's how the quarter will end.
Cam Jones has done an outstanding job of orchestrating the offense today. He picks up his 8th assist to go along with the 13 points. And the guy that he's found more often than not has been Enrique Freeman. Good touch by the 6'7" center.
Wow! Wow! Captain Crunch, baby!
This one looks like it's going to go down to the final seconds again. Will the Knicks wrap it up? Or can the Pistons force a Game 7? Brunson holding. Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a 3. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the 3 with 4.3 remaining.
The Knicks take care of business. They wrap up the series.
Oh my God. He ain't winning Clutch Player of the Year for nothing. He ain't winning Clutch Player of the Year. Hey!
Jalen shot, what can you say? He's at his best when his best is needed. He's done it all year. That's what makes him special.
You know, when he shot and made it, I felt like I made it. I was so geeked up, so never thought I hit the game winner.
Really go and think, all right, I'm going to make this move right here. There's just an instinct. He beat me to the spot, cut me off, just went back the other way, and I found a lot of space, and I was able to take a shot.
Hard-fought series, but I mean, I'm happy we came with the win. That was big time on us, so I'm just very thankful for real.
Welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League. Holding it down here in Vegas. This is day 8 of 11. And the Knicks on this comeback trail as we start this fourth quarter.
I believe they caught the image of your private plane landing after you got the All-Star break.
You see my initials on it?
They did. The JS on the tail kind of gave it away.
One day. Enrique Freeman sat for most of that third quarter, but the first half he had a huge impact for the Pacers as he is on the floor to start this fourth.
Well, he's got 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 of 8 shooting. They're looking at that's pretty good. We should keep him out there.
But the bugaboo for the Knicks has been the free throw line. 7 for 16 in this ball game.
Tough. I mean, look, it's tough to win a game when you got free points at the free throw line and you just can't knock them down. Oh my, that wasn't even close.
That was off the side of a window. Ooh.
Something to work on.
Well, we saw the last few minutes of the third quarter. Jordan Brink, the head coach for the summer for the Knicks, trying to speed things up with this full court press.
Wheeler the back tap. Wheeler was not, almost lost control of the ball.
Now he's trapped in the corner, and the Knicks get the steal.
Great job defensively by the Knicks.
Here's Bey on the breakout, passed up on the 3, decides to now take it inside, and it's swatted by the help D. Johnson coming over. Ashworth calling for the screen. Gives it up. And Dink Pate skying above it, ready to rip it down. He can push the pace. Extra pass, Pate in the corner, the 3 rattles in. A 6-point game. So Wheeler wasted no time, got back to the other end. We'll get a trip to the free throw line.
Well, it's just Wheeler loses the ball, and watch how they close in, and then that forces a little erratic pass. And Kolek in rotation over, and good ball movement. Pate able to knock down the three-pointer over Ashworth. And would we have it any other way? A fourth quarter game between the Knicks and the Pacers. Just a couple of possessions with plenty of time left to go on the clock.
Coming up next on ESPN, we got Spurs Hornets. Both those teams undefeated, so one of those teams will be knocked out of contention for the playoffs. Then we got the Celtics Lakers with the Nuggets and the Clippers capping off the night at 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific on ESPN2. Tate run off the three-point line. How about that extra step to get to the rim?
Yeah, good decision to attack the seam. A little counter action.
But they leave Wheeler in transition, and his shot rims out. Tate will dribble it out and set up the offense here for the Knicks. Kolek comes to a stop off 2 feet and a soft touch in the lane.
4-point game, 2-possession game right now. If you're the Knicks, you're thinking defensive minded. Like how many stops can you sustain to give your offense a chance? They have definitely picked up their level of intensity at this end of the floor.
Knicks have not led since it was 19-17 back in the second quarter. Coming over to help D, and Najee will be called for the foul.
And just a great job turning down the three-point shot. A hard closeout is a great opportunity to drive, right? Because the momentum is coming at you. You attack them right away, find that seam, able to finish. And then Kolek using his strength, playing off of 2 over the top of Ashworth to make it a 2-possession contest.
Tamanagan to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Let me tell you a story about this young man.
Oh, I know you were excited to get some free throw story time in.
Make the free throw, that'd be good. He was the 3-point champion of the college slam dunk 3-point competition at the Final Four 2 years ago. He was so confident and had so much swag that on the final rack for the money ball, he would wait until the clock ran all the way down to 1, then take a dribble and shoot it as the horn is sounding and turn around and wave at everybody. He was fantastic in that competition, and good to see him out here. Had a heck of a season under Fred Hoiberg at Nebraska a couple of years back.
So you're saying you taught him that move before you entered the competition?
No, but I did ask him to do it today, and he hasn't, which has been a little bit of a disappointment for me.
If he does that from the logo, I might get up. Dink Pate working against Buddy Boeheim. That was Beauchamp, and Pate with the 3.
What a good couple of minutes for Pate. Defensively, he's impacted the game, rebounding the ball well. And then offensively, taking the opportunity, his second three-pointer in the last couple of minutes. That one, an opportunity for a 4-point play, as he was able to draw the foul. But Pate's one of those guys you talked about, right? Here's a guy who's very young, 19, right? You can see in his stature, very thin in his upper body strength. There's areas of growth. We mentioned it in the first half. This is a guy, can you tuck away and want to develop? And do you see enough to make you believe that there's some untapped potential to get in there?
A 4-point play for Dink Pate, and the lead is down to 1. Knicks and Pacers have seen a few 4-point plays over the years. 3-ball, deep one, nothing but net for Cam Jones.
Pate got caught on the screen, and Cam Jones, your best offensive weapon out on the floor right now for the Pacers, along with Enrique Freeman. But I love Jones with his hands on the basketball as much as he possibly can. Great help side rotations by Maldonado. And watch Cam Jones. Game tightens up, 1-point game. Just moves without off the screen, and Beauchamp really didn't go with conviction at the defensive end, defensive end of the floor that time. Excuse me, Pate.
Here's Freeman. He is cut off there by Ware.
That's a bad pass.
Bad pass, and it's Baba with the 5th. Goes up and will lay it in. We were hoping for a Baba boom, but he laid it in instead.
This defense has been notched up. Look how many deflections you're seeing out on the floor right now. Big time 3 that time by Boeheim, but even that was on a deflected pass. Good activity by the Knicks at the defensive end of the floor.
Buddy Boeheim now has 11 points. Taking the bump and getting back to the free throw line will be Marjon Beauchamp. Go back to that steal by Udai Baba.
You have to have awareness here. Where are you throwing the ball? And that is a poor pass, because the direction is basically an outlet pass for the Knicks, and good reaction and good finish at the other end. But Enrique Freeman, you got to be secure, and you got to make sure that you're getting the ball into one of your teammates' hands. Well, this has been an adventure. Beauchamp has been amazing in so many ways. 6 of 9 from 3, 19 of 13 overall. He is 1 for 6 at the free throw line.
26 points now for Beauchamp. Let's see if the Pacers can do a better job of handling this pressure.
It's a 4-point game with 11 missed free throws by the Knicks.
Cam Jones trying to do it all himself, and he gets the roll. Jones now with 18 points to lead the way for the Pacers. Cutting to the rim and adjusting is Dink Pate. He did not score in the first 3 quarters. He now has 11 points.
Good job sprinting the floor that time. Yep. Jones got held up in the screen, created that driving lane, and then on the drive, great awareness to dump it off.
You can tell Jones does not want to give this one up. He sees his former teammate and just hooks up a chuck.
And that was the degree of difficulty on that shot was high.
Backdoor leg with the nice dime from Dink Pate. We approach 5 minutes to play in this ball game. And a little too handsy there by Beauchamp, called for the reach-in. Oh, we got a good one. Under 5 to play. Come on back to Vegas after the break.
NBA 2K26 Summer League. is proudly sponsored by NBA 2K26, rated E for everyone, and in part by DQ. Happy tastes good.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Introduce you to our very special guest,
Pascal Siakam.
Green Toronto, PS43 Foundation, that's my foundation. Like, I think education for me, inspired by my dad, first of all, because, like he always thought education was like the most important thing in the world. And the programming that we have is called Data Dunkers. Having kids learn about data science and through basketball, like they do basketball drills, collect data, and and we made it fun with basketball, so it just catch their interest and things like that. I wanted to help, kids through education.
How are we doing? Yeah, having a good day? There you go. I like that. I like the excitement. I like that.
Have some of the kids that participated in the program, and it's kind of like a little celebration. You get to hang out with the kids, encourage them, for going through the program, and it's always fun, man, for me to do this type of events. And to me, I think technology is the future. So anything that has to do with like technology and data science and things like that, that I feel like in the years coming is going to take over. I want to give them an opportunity to learn those skills and kind of like get an advantage.
Welcome back. Under 5 minutes to play between the Pacers here and the Knicks. Their fourth game each for the summer. Both come in here at 1 and 2. Boeheim trying to curl off the screen. Free throw jumper, and it rolls off the rim. That was a force.
Good rebound by Freeman.
And loose ball foul. It's going to be on the Knicks. And they're going to call it against Anton Watson on the rebound. It's nice not having to chart fouls in the summer.
That's because you get 10.
Player gets 10. Don't really have to worry about fouls.
We had a list yesterday of the players that have fouled out with the 10 fouls.
Oh, my goodness.
Here you go. Read them. I got it for you. Thon Maker, Diamond Stone.
5 guys have fouled out.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Greg Oden.
Andrew Bogut.
That's hard to do. 10 fouls?
You have to try to do it. Remember, like, if you had a bad grade in class, sometimes you had to try to get the bad grade, meaning that you didn't study, you purposely didn't prepare yourself. I mean, you were a great student. So that's
not a great student. The and one, but excuse me, it's going to be an offensive foul. WNBA All-Star Weekend begins tomorrow night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana with a three-point contest and skills challenge at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN. And Saturday night, the 21st annual All-Star Game is on ABC at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Team Caitlin Clark takes on Team Nafisa Collier and covers tips with the countdown at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Looking for another great All-Star Weekend in the WNBA.
Yeah, obviously, Caitlin Clark dealing with that groin injury. Good help side. Not going to be participating in the three-point competition. I would like to point out, and I've had to fact check you a couple of times today, sir.
Okay. What else you got? I'm sure you will. I'm on basically Major League Baseball break right now. So.
That's fine. But you talked about sneaking into the Garden, so I had to fact check you on that and talk about that.
Is that fact checking?
Well, you just said you're not a good student. Where'd you go to college?
Are we really talking about
Dartmouth?
Are we really getting into this?
Dartmouth. Like, we're not a good student. Like, they're letting you in because you were a below average student. Like,
you're saying it's hard to not do well in school.
I mean, come on.
Things happen.
I think we have to be accurate here. I think that's really important.
Okay.
I mean,
fact check in Vegas.
There's
I thought I was here to relax and just chill.
Not with me.
With my guy Farnham, man.
He snuck into Dartmouth as well. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. I'm seeing what you're doing here. I was giving you props for getting back at the half, and now this is the thanks I get.
Oh, come on.
We're good. It's been an adventure at the free throw line for the Knicks so far today. Boyles makes that one go.
Everybody on the Knicks sideline goes, yes, a made free throw.
10 for 21 now from the charity stripe.
Well, we're coming out, you were reading the All-Star promo for this weekend. Cam Jones with a really nice drive. He's up to 20 now with 9 assists. He's had some takeover ability out on the court right now. I want 8 and 7 involved in every play.
The Knicks are trying to get the ball out of his hands, but he's not trying to give it up. As the rebound goes to Watson. Knicks down by 4, 3.5 to play.
Oh my goodness! No way! Anton Watson says, take that! Oh my! Diving on the floor. You don't think this game means something? This is Knicks Pacers.
We talked about it at the very start of the game. When these two franchises meet, it doesn't matter. You said they could play rock, paper, scissors. Anton Watson just took Enrique Freeman and said, hey, I'm going to put you on a poster. An aggressive, strong finish for Anton Watson. Oh, my.
You talked to the coach before the game. You said they've talked to their guys about what this rivalry means. Yes, it's the Summer League, but you see what's on your chest. You got Pacers and Knicks going at it.
Pride. And Mike Brown right over the back of the shoulder of that last shot that we just had of Anton Watson sitting there on the end line. And you do have to think about Game 4, Summer League, 3:19 left to go in a one-possession game. How do you execute? Oh, and what are little things you can do to help your team win? And that was poor execution on the inbounds play right time. Kolek had his feet out of bounds on the catch.
So the turnover goes back over to the Pacers. The Pacers have done a nice job. Every time the Knicks have gone on a run, they've had a response. And another lay-in for Maldonado. He's got 7.
And a double-double now for Jones with his 10th assist.
Pick and roll. Kolek takes the bump, gives it off to Tate. Under 10 on the shot clock here for the Knicks with under 3 to play. Beauchamp, he had it going in the first half. And he'll be fouled by Boeheim. The Pacers hanging on to a 4-point lead. We'll be back after this break.
About 8 layers protecting that left hand.
Yikes. Meanwhile, Stoudemire with a pretty pass. Nothing going down easily for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony gets inside. Good hard move. They lob it in. Anthony quick up and in. James once again fronting Anthony. Fields on the drive. Nice feed. Here's J.R. Smith. Goes right at James. Back to Anthony. Lays it in. And it's a 4-point game. Anthony guarded by James again. Makes his move. Tough turnaround shot. That's good. Tie game. Battier now on Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's jump shot. That's good. Anthony against Battier again. Tough turnaround shot. That's good. Carmelo Anthony lighting it up here in the third. Off the turnover. Anthony fakes, drives past him. Clutches, puts it in, and a foul. Makes the drive, double clutches shot, good. James now back on Carmelo Anthony. Anthony, nice fake, tough fall away, puts it in. Tough shot. 5 on the shot clock. Anthony, one dribble, that's a 3. It's good. Carmelo Anthony from way downtown. He's got 40.
If the Pacers hold on to win this game, you're going to look at number 7 in blue and give him a ton of credit. He has been efficient at attacking the rim in particular. 9 of 18 from the floor. That gives him 20 points, but it's not just about the points. It's also about his ability to distribute and set his teammates up. He's got 10 assists. I think if you're Cam Jones, what you're looking to come out of Summer League and you're going to have to focus on is your efficiency from beyond the arc. He's just 2 of 6 from deep. If that can improve, you got a real good player for the Pacers.
Baba short on the 3 with the Pacers corralling the rebound. The Knicks have been close here in this 4th quarter, but the Pacers holding on to this 4-point lead. Jones, and he had his arm locked up As they call the reach in.
It's Marquette on Marquette crying. An extra whistle that just blew up, trying to figure out
a delay of game warning. Get Jones to pick up his dribble, and that leads to good things for the Knicks. It is Beauchamp leading the break, stepping in, and the lead is down to 2.
And the full court press extends out once again.
28 points for Marjon Beauchamp to lead the way for New York.
Close to being a travel there, shuffling his feet. A lot of dribbling for the Pacers. Not a lot of passing, a lot of dribbling. When you dribble the ball a lot, what that allows the defense to do is start to load to the basketball, create turnovers. That is a poor pass with an angle, poor angle, and poor distance, and Beauchamp is able to pick it off and take it to the other end.
The largest lead in the game for the Pacers was 17. Knicks have a chance to tie or retake the lead here in this fourth quarter. Kolek, step back 3. And a rebound goes to Maldonado.
Balance patience as well as playing with purpose.
That's a backcourt violation. Jones had not established himself. And another costly turnover.
Poise in the moment, right? Like you're always being evaluated right now. You're looking at poise, and the Pacers, the last couple of possessions, have lacked poise at the offensive end of the floor.
But to the Pacers' credit, every time the Knicks have been knocking on the door, they've found a way to come up with a stop. .90 seconds to play in this fourth quarter. Kolek behind the pass, loses his man. Oh! We got a tie ball game. And a foul is committed from behind. How about this move by Tyler Kolek? He's a bad man for this.
He put his former teammate on skates. Whoop! Hit the brakes and a fly right by. Felt like I was watching Top Gun there for a second. Beautiful job by Kolek, stepping back and tying this contest up. And fans love it. Some passionate Knicks fans here in the building.
I want to see Jalen Brunson's reaction, because Jalen Brunson had a great reaction seeing all the highlights for Kolek, what he did the last time out. You know, Brunson. And that's also the cool thing about the summer. You got the NBA guys who are locked in on these games. They love to check in on what these guys are doing here in Vegas. Just shows you how big this event has grown over the years. 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Gotta be able to
Offensive
secure
rebound.
the rebound.
Jones 3. Tipped around. Freeman battling for it. And it's going to be Knicks basketball.
Hey, you got to secure that rebound, though, if you're the Knicks. You cannot allow that second chance opportunity in a 1-point game with 1:09 seconds left to go.
All right, if you're the Knicks, who are you going to with this possession here?
Kolek is the best option right now, unless you're going to run Beauchamp off of screen on the weak side.
Kolek keeps the dribble. He's bumped by Beckheim, plus the foul. Knicks come all the way back to take their first lead since the second quarter.
The reason why I said Kolek over Beauchamp is because he can play with the ball in his hands with better fluidity. And he can create a shot for himself, and an excellent job of spinning off the defensive player, absorbing the contact, squaring his shoulders up, and getting to the free throw line. And I also want him at the free throw line more than I want Beauchamp at the free throw line.
Converts the three-point play. The Knicks with a 2-point lead, under a minute to play in this ball game. Throwing it up to Freeman, batted away, and you gotta hope underneath that Bales is going to be okay as he grabs his left leg. He sold out his body to make sure that that was not an easy alley-oop.
But he's still down on the floor, and that's the last thing you want to see for any player here at the Summer League, and he's down and nobody's there. And Anton Watson's like, guys, you can come out and see if he's okay. He's hurt.
So the Knicks forced to call a timeout to check on him. We hope he will be okay as they make their way over. We'll step aside.
My name is Vijay from the Bahamas, went to Baylor, and I'm here at Edge. Be 1,100 feet up in the air in New York. It's pretty crazy. It's a great view of the city. It's the highest I've been. I ain't scared. It look fake, that's why. It means a lot, man. I'm just happy to be here. I mean, it's a dream come true for me. I remember just watching everyone get drafted and stuff like that. So, I'm just happy to just even be in this position. I'm happy that people know me, for the game of basketball. Appreciate the Edge for having us here. We got to see the full city, the world's most famous city, man. It's a blessing just to be up here.
So after that last play, Wally Bales had to be helped off the floor. We're not going to show it again, but we saw the replay. His knee buckled when he landed onto the floor. It was not pretty, but we certainly hope that he is going to be okay.
And he just gave everything he had to play, and when he came down, that knee just buckled ever so slightly. I think now you got to gain some composure. The players were out on the floor, going to wave the training staff out. You got 2-point lead, 45.2 seconds left. How you defend the out of bounds underneath. They've had some struggles here in the second half of giving up easy points here. So you've got to have better alertness of where the ball is and fighting through screens.
So it'll be Cam Jones to inbound. Who do you go to on this possession for the Pacers with 12 on the shot clock?
I think you want the ball in Freeman's hands if you can.
They do find Freeman as Jones works his way back to the ball. Pick and roll action. Back to Freeman, and he ties the ball game at 88.
They got it to on the inbound, immediately set that screen and roll to it, but nobody matches up with Beauchamp in transition.
Boeheim with the rebound. Beauchamp fighting for it, but he will commit the foul on the board.
I think that's a wise play in that moment, but good job here by Freeman. Sets the screen, right? Beauchamp gets rubbed. Anton Watson can't do anything there in the help side position. A little step slow in the reaction to get over there, and Freeman with the acrobatic finish. That's a silly foul on a tie game with 28.9 seconds at the other end of the floor.
Especially because you send a very good free throw shooter, Buddy Boeheim, to the line. And the Pacers retake the lead. Boeheim, 1 of 2, and Freeman with the offensive rebound. He'll be fouled.
Ware just got out-muscled and outworked. What a great job by Freeman. He just wedged him underneath the basket and got to the ball. And sometimes we saw that earlier. Earlier in late game situation, they allowed an offensive rebound that led to a second chance look that they were unable to score on. But you have to, these are the details, right? Like, you've got to be able to box out and secure the defensive rebound at the free throw line.
What a stat line for Enrique Freeman now. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. As he tries to make this a 3-point ball game. And he knocks them both down. Need a 3 if you're the Knicks?
No, not now. You can go quick if you want to.
Now they're using up a lot of clock. Kolek takes a deep 2. But offensive rebound for the Knicks. Here's Beauchamp. Step back, 3-ball off the mark. Freeman with a rebound. 5.2 on the game clock as he's fouled. And Wheeler and Kolek are going nose to nose. I told you, things have a chance to get heated anytime the Pacers and the Knicks square off.
All right, let's see how this one builds from the offensive rebound.
Kolek gets some contact off balance, poor shot selection. I thought that was going to be the shot. The sidestep foot on the line would have only been a 2.
On the rebound, he took the bump there from Wheeler, and he didn't like it. There it is.
He definitely didn't like it. Had something to say about it, too, right afterwards. You see the confrontation chest to chest. But Freeman at the free throw line, a chance to make it a 2-point game, a 2-possession game, and he misses the first.
Pacers shooting 68% from the free throw line. Knicks 52%.
Another double-double for him, 18 points, 10 rebounds.
And he missed them both. All right, if you're the Pacers, do foul? Yes, they do.
No,
a timeout. Excuse me.
They called, the Knicks called timeout. I think here's the thing, too. Defensively, what you want to do, by the way, if you're the Pacers, is to force the ball into Beauchamp's hands.
The question is, did he dribble? All right, we will sort this all out when we come back. 3-point game.
This is exactly what I thought we'd get.
I think we're all given these gifts and these positions in life, and it's our job to be good stewards of that.
That was super fun, you know, just being able to put them through some drills and seeing how happy they were to be out there with some NBA players. That's why we do it. Those are the people that are pouring so much energy into us, so it's definitely always fun to be able to get back to that.
All right, welcome back. Let's set the stage. 3.9 seconds to play, a 3-point ball game. Now, we did see Beauchamp dribble the ball, and if that officials confirm, he will not have a chance to advance it coming out of this timeout.
Where they're standing, it indicates that they're going to allow them to advance it. Now, if I'm the Pacers here, I'm going to foul right away.
So here it is. Put it on the deck, and then maybe they called the timeout, they're saying, before the dribble.
That's fine. Offensively here, I'm going to run a screen for Beauchamp. He's standing at the midcourt line. If I'm defending the screener, whoever's setting the screen, I'm selling out and making sure that Beauchamp does not even remotely have a chance to receive this pass. He's 6 of 11 from 3.
Here we go. Knicks need a 3 to tie. Kolek gets it, hoisted at the off the front rim, and that's how this game will end. What a ball game as the Pacers hold on for a 91-88 win over the Knicks.
Big time game by Enrique Freeman with a double-double. He's got 18 and 10. Cam Jones 21 and 11. Those two made the world of difference. This play really didn't have a lot happening in a positive direction for the Knicks. I mean, you run to the ball away from your basket. No one ever set a screen, by the way, for Beauchamp. And kind of confused why no one would set a screen for Beauchamp and give him an opportunity to try to get something taken care of.
It was a 17-point comeback for the Knicks. They took the lead in the fourth quarter, but it was Cam Jones and Enrique Freeman able to hold off the charge as the Pacers get a 3